Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Full Force News Burst live with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80. We've got quite a little bit to talk about tonight, haven't we? So I'll just give it a little while for everyone to kind of join on. Once again, I'll have to apologize for any glitchy, annoying stuff you might be experiencing on the show at the moment. There's nothing I can do about it now. I won't even be able to get it fixed until Friday. Basically, there's an issue with the streaming software, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, but that's why you're getting probably glitchiness happening right now. I very much apologize for it. Like I said, there's nothing I can do about it now, and for any other shows that happen before Friday. But I will do my best, and apologies on that. Now, obviously, today is a big day. It's the final day. Thank you, Phoebes, for the HasLab HISS Tank. Phoebe's excited. And obviously, it's going absolutely crazy at the moment. We're at 23,641 backers. It might have gone up, actually. Let me just double check. Yeah, 23,662 backers, which I know we were talking about on the weekly just gone. Pat and I were contemplating, is the numbers units or is it backers? Well, we've had it confirmed. It is actually units. Obviously, they're still backers that are backing it, but in terms of the full number that you're seeing, that is of units sold. So a backer may have jumped in on 3 or 2 or 5 or 50. Well, that's not true. 5 is the max, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that's by the by. Let's get into the actual newsy bits then, and obviously throw up some visuals for you. Loads of comments already. Great to have everyone on board. Absorb Vids, Anonymous Dude 123, Agent Chuckles, Vlad, Jeffrey Ball, Luke Poulon, Anonymous Dude 123 says stay fresh cheese bags. Not yet, don't leave yet. Magnificent Mark, Matthew Pack, X Factor 17, Christoph Black, Durant, Paul Morales. Great to have you all on, guys. Thank you for all of your comments. Appreciate it. What are we? I realize, yes, some other channels may have similar problems there, Christoph, to what I'm putting up with at the moment, what you're putting up with, I should say, in terms of the glitchiness. And again, we are working to have that completely sorted by Friday. So no more of that issue, hopefully, going from that point onwards. I know, Anonymous Dude. That story about the thermometer and Phoebe and her eyes going big. Poor dog. I know, poor Phoebe. But she's over it now. She loves me again. I wasn't doing it, but I was obviously in the room at the time when it happened. So obviously I was public enemy number one. Get it? Anyway, so what I'm talking about. I'm talking about HasLab HISS Tank. It's the final day. And of course, earlier in the day, Emily and Lenny jumped on an Instagram Live, and kind of, it was a bit of a out of the blue. I kind of expected something to happen, but the fact that they hadn't kind of, they hadn't said, oh, we're going to do something, prior to today, made me think, oh, maybe they're not going to do a live. But no, they did. A little Instagram Live. It was only about 8 minutes, 10 minutes long. But they didn't really need to go into much detail. They were really just saying thank you to everybody for making it such a success so far. But they did give us quite a little bit of information as well. So there's some interesting little tidbits that came out of it. Tidbits, I said. It sounded like tit. Tidbits came out of it. So first off, obviously, we all knew this anyway, but the campaign closes later tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. A good point there, Adam, actually, before I continue. Am I the only one that thought they might announce a little bonus something? You're not. I actually messaged Emily afterwards and said, don't suppose you meant to reveal another couple of names, did you? I haven't actually checked if she's responded to that. Not always. Sometimes she's like, shut up, you. No response to that particular question, but she did respond to all my other questions, which is great. So maybe give her a bit of time. Give her a bit of time to respond to that. But yeah, I know we're all greedy and we want more classified reveals. But I think she did that on one of the shows, in the last month, I want to say, where there was supposed to be a couple of name drops. She forgot to do it, and then she said them after the fact on something else. So yeah, you're not the only one that thought there were going to be some little bonuses. But also, I suppose, Adam, you're also referring to HISS Tank bonuses. Now, one thing they did mention though, after I get let's get through these points though. The HISS Tactician poll will follow shortly after the campaign ends, and obviously they mentioned that in a little bit of detail. They said to give them some time, but when the actual campaign is over, give it like, I don't know, a few hours, a day, give them something, a little bit of a break, and then they'll send out the poll to those who backed, which is pretty much everyone on Earth at the moment, isn't it? To those who backed the campaign. So we'll get a chance to vote what color tactician we want. I've been changing my mind. I've gone through, I think, every single version, and at some point, that's where my vote has gone. And now I'm straight back on. I think I'm back to black and red. Just putting it out there. I think black and red is where I want to go. Just from like I say, from a uniform perspective, when you look at the gunner, the driver, and the tactician in one vehicle, I kind of like the fact that they're all in the same gear or in the same color kind of scheme. But that's where I'm landed at the moment. It could change by the time we get the poll. 100% could change. Anyway, a few of you are saying black and red in the comments. I think I've seen a few purples already as well. I know purple's also like a strong contender. X Factor 17 says, so glad to see the majority of people in the Facebook groups are planning on voting black and red for the tactician. It definitely makes the most sense since it matches the tank and looks best. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been going, yeah, lots of people are saying black and loads of people. Action J, Christopher Black. Scott says, I backed 4. Do I get 4 votes or just 1? I believe if you're a backer on one account, Scott, you'll get 1 vote. If you have backed multiple tanks, like I know some people have a couple of accounts and they've backed like 5 on one and 5 on another, they'll get 2 votes. So it all matters based on your account, not the amount of tanks you've backed. So yeah, just to let you know on that one. Toy Bounty Hunter says, hey Chris, still voting for blue. I like my teams to clash. Blue wouldn't be a bad one, Toy Bounty Hunter. I kind of feel like blue's probably going to be done with Rip It at some point in the future. So that's why I've kind of veered away from that. But at one point I was thinking blue as well. So blue, purple, black and red, black and black, black and silver. There's others as well. There's like 7, right? Anyway, I've gone all over the place. I think I've literally, if I'd been given the vote at any of those times, you'd have had something different each time. Anyway, one other thing that Emily mentioned, which I thought kind of made my ears perk up, was that the HISS merchandise will be added to the Hasbro Pulse very soon. So I'm guessing she's talking about those T-shirts that everybody wants, which is great. So we'll get an opportunity to grab them, because I know a lot of people wanted those HISS Tank shirts that they were wearing throughout the, I think through SDCC, but prior to that, through when the campaign was revealed. So yeah, we'll get the opportunity to have those cool HISS Tank T-shirts. And I know a lot, like I said, I know a lot of people have been interested in those. Adam said, Luke Poulon says black and red all the way. Magnificent Mark says black and red helmet. The Collector says red and black. So yeah, a lot of people voting for black and red by the looks of things. Adam says, I'm not fussed about the color as I'm likely going to sell them anyway. Really? How many have you bought, Adam? Or are you just getting the HISS Tank and getting rid of the tactician? You just want the drivers. There you go. That answers my question. Tyrone wants purple, but I'll be happy with any. I'm kind of in the same boat there, I think, Tyrone, as you. Joe Self saying, I'm voting blue, but I'm good with any of them. Pretty sure red is going to win anyway. Yeah, I feel like that's the strong contender now. Like after doing a few of these streams, it feels like just from our listener and viewership, it looks like black and red is in the lead again. Jace Traber's tempted to order a second HISS. Absolutely, Jace. I think everyone is. And Adam says, sadly, the merch doesn't ship to Canada. Well, Adam, if there's anything you want, you've got a friend in me. So just, message me if there's anything going on there. Hank says purple and black. Let's go. Hank wants the purple. Hello, David. Wants black and red as well. Black and red Eben Foster. Yeah, lots of wet white Vegeta, says Black and red. Matthew Pack wants Eco Warriors colors of fluorescent lime and magenta. That would be amazing. Anyway, yes, lots of the votes. Keep the votes coming in, and I'll keep a mental count of what's going on. So as well as the HISS merch that's going to be added to the Hasbro Pulse very soon, to the Hasbro Pulse. It's like when people refer to online as the online, like I'm an old person that doesn't know what I'm talking about. That is the case, though, really, isn't it? Jace, why did you have to drop that? I have to do it. You know I have to. What color would Zorana? I didn't know it was you. Choose. I think Zorana would choose pink and purple to match her hair. Not that that's an option. But yeah, I would assume that's where she would go. Thrasher, on the other hand, would choose the color scumbag. Niptimus Prime says sup cheese bags. You can also say hello cheese bags as well as stay fresh cheese bags when you leave. So cheese bags can just be, constant. Sean says black and red as well. Okay, I'm not going to keep calling out anyway, keep that coming in, and I'll keep a mental note of what people think. The last kind of interesting information of note, which actually didn't come out from the Instagram video, actually came out when Emily posted after the fact on Instagram, saying that, all of that information, we will be upgrading the cardstock on the Retro Cobra Commander card back, and that they're going to be doing the same with the carded figures that come with the Sky Striker. And I can only imagine that would continue with any other retro releases going forward. So, O-ring releases going forward. So again, we can get a bit more confirmation on that, but that's great. That's great news, because obviously there was a lot of talk about the cardstock being very flimsy, and for the retro card backs, that has been a problem, obviously, with the Walmart Ace Ventura Pet Detective shipping method. Medieval catapult siege tactic that they've employed to deliver our retro card backs. So that's great. That's really awesome that that's going to be happening. And also, obviously, she emphasized at the point of this being the last day to back the HISS, do not miss out. Or for those with FOMO, especially. I'm just going to have a quick check. We've gone up another 100, 23,703 now. So it is moving quite fast, quite dramatically, actually. So that's impressive. And yeah, where it stops, nobody knows. But anyway, Retro Cobra Commander was also revealed, or not revealed. How can I put this? Another render based on the 3D input. There we go. The sculpt input has been kind of, decoed and put out there. And Hasbro Pulse said it's the last day to back, in the voice of Cobra Commander, which I'm not going to do because I'm far too exhausted to do more than the one, impression tonight. It's the last day to back my most monstrous and devastating machination yet. The G.I. Joe Classified Cobra HISS HasLab campaign ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. For those of you who have already backed my incredible creation, I have a little treat. For the slackers out there still sitting on the fence, let this be a final incentive for action. It is I, Cobra Commander, in a most glorious coloured rendered reveal of my action figure form. As a reminder, this resplendent reflection of me is inspired by the rare misprinted variant of my original 1982 Real American Hero figure, release in 6-inch scale, which will come in a retro cardback blister pack. I chose to reveal this to you today so that you know I'm watching you all, especially those snivelling G.I. Joe Goody Two-Shoes who haven't yet backed my HISS project. Your time is running short, so don't waste it, etc., etc. Something else I will explain as well. If any of you are outside the United States or the UK or Germany, the Hasbro Pulse territories, if you contact Hasbro customer service, explain where you are located in the globe, they will be able to give you the nearest information for the nearest stop, option to order, basically, outside of those territories. I should have made this clear much earlier, but I only really found out about this on the weekend and on Sunday night, actually. So today is probably about the quickest I could, get this out. But effectively, And like I said, if you're outside of those 3 territories, the Hasbro Pulse territories, Hasbro customer care is where you need to go. So you can usually get to it on the Hasbro Pulse website, and by doing so, you can ask them the question, and they can get back to you with the where you can get it outside of those territories. So I know there's Benelux, and there's an option in France, and I know there's an option in, where's the other one? There's a few options basically. I think one in Mexico too. There's quite a few options, but for some reason it's not like super well known information. So if you, like I said, Hasbro customer care, if you're outside of those areas, they hopefully might get back to you. Again, I should have done this much earlier, but yeah, you can order through them, and you might be able to order after the fact as well. So it might not be the worst, finding out about it now. Anyway, Cobra Commander, there he is. This was the render they revealed. Lovely, nice and blue deco. The light blue, as I think most of us expected after we saw the artwork of him and the kind of like presentation input almost. I don't know, I'm mixing up a lot of different terms there, but you know what I mean, like that kind of in that first bit of initial artwork that we saw of the Cobra Commander. And then what else did we see following that? On that little kind of the same artwork that was then put on a little 3D sort of stand for SDCC. So now we have a nice kind of clear view of what the figure is going to look like, and it looks pretty dope. And it's pretty cool that it's going to come again with all those accessories. Got the pistol, the backpack, the knife, the coiled snake around the globe, and all the different hand options. So nice one. And that'll be on a retro card back. Brilliant stuff. Punk with Toys has asked, is this live stream going till 11:59 tonight? No. I'll do a post, but I ain't doing a live stream I'm not seeing the new year in, as it were. I only do that for Skeletron, and well, I kind of did it for the HasLab Sky Striker, but that was more to see it click over the initial funding goal. So I was lucky on that one. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to stay up this whole time. I'm sorry. That would be crazy. Plus, it would upset everyone in the household if I was on at midnight. I'm telling you that much right now. It upset me. Jay says it's more cheese baggy in here than usual today. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad everyone's staying fresh. That's the important thing, especially in this heat. Toy Bounty Hunter says Zorana would choose pink and yellow, and Thrasher would choose black and green. Good choices. Oh yes, Christopher Black. Yes, the carded figures with the Sky Striker have definitely got the white border, and they'll be on a much stronger card stock, which is brilliant to know, isn't it? The collector says we need black and yellow. Are you like from Pittsburgh or something? Is that why? Well, Cody just ordered my HISS tank before I jumped on. So you're one of the most recent of the 23,745 backers so far. That's, again, very impressive number, isn't it? That keeps growing every time I look at it. Anonymous Dude says, I love Emily and Lenny. This whole HISS journey made my summer so much better. New pics are gorgeous. They are, aren't they? The pictures are great. Legendary Toy says, I appreciate that they really try to address any issues that fans have. They really do, don't they? It's like immediately, as soon as they hear something, they try and get it. They try and get information out, which is brilliant. It's great. Nick, I can't. Nick, I apologize. Is it Silis? Apologize as if I'm getting that completely wrong. Black, red, and silver is what you've gone for, and that's totally cool. Hello, Malcolm. Malcolm Zydek, hello. And also shout out to Malcolm, who has revealed his own O-Ring Kickstarter campaign. So you can go check that out. Let me just double check. Sorry, Malcolm, I don't have all the details. If you could pop them, throw them in the chat, and I will explain as well. So yeah, shout out to Malcolm, who's dropped his own O-Ring Kickstarter campaign, and that is live as we speak. Hello, Jonathan. Sean Forrester says, I'm surprised that some talk is that if this doesn't beat Galactus, that it will be disappointing in terms of performance. Personally, anytime you sell 3 times the amount requested is a success. No, this is nothing but a success, Sean, already. It was a success when it hit, you know, the goal. And it was a massive success because it hit the goal in record time. This is going to do a decent number by the end of it. I'm like, initially, I think I was going to fall on 22.5. And at 22,500, I think that's a more than a success. That's an incredible success, considering the brand and all that kind of stuff. I know I want to say, is the record the I've forgotten the name of it, the Razor Crest. Is that the record at like 35K? I don't think it's going to hit 35K, but if it comes anywhere near that, it's massive success. That was Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? That was actual Star Wars, and yeah. So this is nothing but a success in my opinion. It's gonna be a long wait, Mark, but I think we'll all be, we're all used to this now, are we not already? Sorry, trying to catch up with all these comments. There's a lot of them. Ed says, what's this about 23.6? I'm utterly floored. Yeah, it's at 23,750 now, which it just keeps growing and it's insane. A Pump with Toys. How many HISS tanks have Naked HD backed? I'd have to ask Pat, wouldn't I? But probably 0 because they suck. I say that, but then it is quite fun when they appear and it's like, yay! I love this Cobra Commander. Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty cool. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Okay. Oh, thank you, Malcolm. I'm sorry, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's called Undead Operator Easy Kill 9. So you can search that in Kickstarter and you'll see. And it's like, again, looks awesome. Very much in the similar lines to Operation Recall. Would I be right in saying that, Malcolm? Again, like again, more cool O-rings. A Punk with Toys, if you want a link, Malcolm, I'm sure can sort that out in the chat. If you're on YouTube, I will post that link in YouTube as well once I have it. In actual fact, Malcolm, if you post it, I'll copy it and throw it in there. But at the moment, I can't multitask, so I'll keep going. But yeah, throw a link in and I'll share it in both chats, or share it in Facebook. And like I said, I'll share it on YouTube. Okay, then. That is the news for today. Obviously, it's going to keep growing. There's probably going to be more points where I'm going to be posting things like, and it's hit 24K and so on and so forth. So keep it locked on our Facebook and Twitter. I will obviously transition first to my single face. All the single faces. Right. Every time I think I do that. Oh, here we go. I'm going to pop this up on, well, Malcolm, yeah, annoyingly, I can't get to that link. How annoying is that? So I will find a way and I'll just post it on after the fact in the description. So people can jump on after the video. I'll literally post that link in the description of the YouTube video. So you guys can check it out. Anyway, also Malcolm said, yep, similar to Operation Recall, I submitted the cadaver concept that was funded in Wave 1 of Operation Recall. Thanks, Chris. Link, and there's the link, actually, if you want to copy it out letter by letter. I'll leave it on screen for a little bit, Malcolm, for you while I kind of wind down. So one thing I would like to do is obviously thank and congratulate the team at Hasbro for doing an amazing job. There we go, Malcolm. Thank you very much, buddy. We're doing an amazing job on this incredible HasLab campaign for the G.I. Joe Classified series. It's absolutely looking amazing. Like I said before, it's an incredible success already, but anything more going on now is just insane. It's an amazing number at the moment. I think this is going to finish on some pretty high numbers. I think 25k is definitely within reach. And then if they do that at a decent time, then I think we can safely say that, 26, 27, 28 is a possibility. 30 might be a bit of a stretch, but good luck to you and to everyone jumping on. If you have backed it already and obviously you're in and you're happy, well done. And if you haven't and you want to and you're going to, again, awesome. And if you haven't and you can't, again, do not worry. It's one of those things, isn't it? Like some of these things, I mean, this is not a practical purchase, is it? At the end of the day, it is a huge, massive, expensive thing that obviously, if you want to get on board with, I'm sure there'll be a secondary market for these. Whether that will be an expensive secondary market, we'll have to wait and see, because I think a lot of people are getting multiples of these, and I feel like I'm not sure necessarily how expensive they'll be at the end of the day. But if you can't jump on, I feel for you, definitely. There's things I have to say no to as well, because it's just not practical. But at the end of the day, this is a really cool, awesome project. And like I said, if you're getting involved with it, brilliant. And if you're not, it's no big deal. Anyway, I am going to call it a day there. Like I said, I will drop in that awesome new O-ring Kickstarter link in the description below after the fact in YouTube. So if you want to just find the video after it's posted, I should have added that by then. And also, like I said, shout out to the Hasbro team. I'll see you guys on the next one. And hopefully by the next one, we'll have sorted some of these technical issues out. Fingers crossed. But you know what to do at the end of these. Make sure you, obviously, first and foremost, that you stay fresh, cheese bags. But after 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. Keep it locked.
That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always, you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show, you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.